Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's D Revolution. Like, subscribe to the page. I need you to acknowledge this video by pressing the like button to help others get the video. So, this video is about the seriousness of writing. I'm going to give you a little story when I started writing poetry. Not storytelling, not books, but poetry. It's all writing. And so I had to learn this particular lesson when I started writing poetry. So I initially started writing screenplays in the early 90s, and then by the late 90s I started writing poetry. And in the early 2000s I started performing my poetry at different events. And there was this one particular place I would perform at. Now, I was having fun. My writing, I took it serious, but when I would go to this one particular place, I would drink, and when I would perform, I would perform drunk and not really get through the piece, and that kept happening to me, and I kept doing it. And I wanted to be one of the best poets that it could be, best performance poets that was around in the city that I'm in. So I had to make a decision that I was going to drink after I perform and get relaxed instead of drinking so much before I got on the mic, because I wanted my writing and my poetry to be taken serious. And if I don't take it serious, then whoever's listening to it don't take it serious. I can't actively put energy behind the words that I'm speaking if they're slurred, and if I'm drunk and I'm not focused and I'm forgetting the piece, and I'm just, so I had to literally chastise myself and say, hey, listen, like, what do are you going to this event to party, or are you really going to perform and do your poetry? And I had to really have an honest conversation with myself about that. And basically, so what I started doing, instead of having all these drinking, before I even got on the mic, I would just probably have a beer, maybe two, you know, um, and then I would get up. But what happened was I started to be more focused. I started to get more serious about it into my poetry, and then after they called me from the list, the open mic list, to perform, after I knew I had went up already, that's when I really started drinking and partying and chilling, relaxing my mind or whatever. So the point I'm trying to make is this: if you want to write, and I want you to really think about this, if you want to write, you have to decide now, before you put your pen to that paper, do you want to take this serious? Are you taking this as serious as you can? Or are you already pretty much saying, I don't have time to do this, I don't have time to study, I don't have time, I don't have time, or I don't want to go through what the process or whatever. And if your answer to those questions are pretty much that you're not going to dedicate everything you can to writing an effective story and writing effectively and discipline and doing what you have to do, and if you don't have in your mind that you want to be the best, then maybe you should reconsider what you're doing, because what's going to happen is, if you don't start off thinking that you want to take this serious, when you do write something and you just kind of really lacking in the writing and you're just doing it to say you did it, it's going to come across that way when others read it, and others, and it's going to be very disappointing. It's going to discourage you for life, because imagine writing a book, people reading that book, and everybody who reads it says it's terrible, it ain't good. You're never gonna write again. You know what I'm saying? And You know, it's gonna really discourage you because you put all this time in a 200 or 300 page book, and nobody likes it. So, and the odds are, if you sitting down and writing another book, is little to none. So that is why you must make that decision before you even sit down and write, because you only really get one true chance to be the best. And lucky for me, I had written several screenplays, and by the time I wrote my first book, I knew the art of storytelling. So it's just one of those things that I really want you to think. It's a psychological mindset when you sit down and write. It's a psychological mindset, and you want to be on the best side of that psychology when you write a story. You want to write the best story, and once you truly learn the depth of storytelling, learn how to tell a story, it's going to be so easy to write the other one. I mean, that doesn't mean that everything you're going to write, people are going to like. You know, I still, when I write, I don't think I have it all figured out, because I do know the thoughts from your mind to the page comes out totally different than what's up here. And what you're thinking, when people read it, they might not read what you felt like what you felt like you put on the paper. I mean, but because I know the art of storytelling, I can deal with a bad story now because I know what I'm doing, but I know it's not always going to come across like that. And I'm not saying that is easy. I think I'm a hell of a writer, but the thing is like with my first book, I got a perfect 5-star rating for that book. In most cases, second book I got 4 stars. Anything less than 4 stars for me is a problem. And I really feel like that I'm that good of a writer. So I think I got 3 stars on my last book maybe one time, and it really, really, really bothered me. And a lot of people say, "Oh, 3 stars, I take that. That's good enough." It's not good enough for me. The thing is that because I want to be the best, and I've been doing this for so long, you want to be like anything less than 4 stars is a problem for me. And so, again, before you sit down and write, really think about how serious you want to take this writing and how serious you want to do this. Like and subscribe to my page. I'm going to keep you motivated. I'm going to give you some of the best tips on writing, storytelling, and I want you to share this with others who you believe want to write. I'm D Revolution. I need you to like this page, subscribe to this channel first of all, like this video, and press the notification button. Peace.